Firm. Thank you very much for joining us, Tre.
Thanks for having me.
Reaction to this, one of the most complicated figures around, probably.
Well, I got to tell you, I grew up in that generation, and there was a time when he was an icon.
Mm-hmm.
He was a fantastic football player, having won the Heisman Trophy, playing for USC, then went professional, then was starting on a great acting career. He had a fantastic reputation. He was charismatic. He was likable. He was handsome. One you would look at and say, God, this guy has everything. And then comes 1994 with the murders of his wife and Ron Goldman, and it just went downhill from there. I mean, it's probably the biggest fall of a sports or entertainment celebrity that I can think of.
And of course, it didn't get better for him. He went to jail in, I believe, 2007, 2008 over his memorabilia that he tried to take back that he claimed was his.
Yeah, so that's interesting. So he got out of the criminal trial, was found not guilty, and had an all-star level of group of lawyers. But then the chickens came to roost. He had a civil trial over those murders and was found liable and had to pay, or had a judgment against him for $33.5 million. And then, around early 2007 or so, he had that robbery situation trying to get back some memorabilia. And had a gun there. I mean, there was no injuries, there was no shooting or anything like that, but he got 33 years. And a lot of people thought that was just payback for what happened with the earlier criminal trial.
And let's go back to that. I mean, the infamous chase, it's been 30 years now. For younger people, I think they look at this and are wondering what was so significant about this. But this was one of those moments, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It was one of the most memorable television moments. And we have, I'm in Los Angeles, and we have a lot of car chases. So they're not surprising and unusual. But this moment just captured the world in many respects, but certainly the United States. And for a while there that afternoon, they were just following him in his car, trying to figure out what to do, trying to talk him down. It became the infamous start to what was going to be a year of publicized trials, a year of assembling, the dream team of attorneys. Right around 1994, that was when I started practicing law, and it was fascinating because I come out of law school, getting ready to practice, and I'm getting, jury trial 101 on television with some of the greatest lawyers in the world. So it was a very interesting time when that happened.
What was it like to watch that? I mean, this was also a televised trial that people were watching for hours a day. What was it like for you as a lawyer to watch that?
Oh, it was phenomenal. I mean, I think it went 10 months, and it was just almost 4 or 5 days a week. And there were updates, at noon. There were updates at the end of the day, carrying through the evening and the news coverage. I mean, the world was just mesmerized with this trial and what was going on, and it kind of exposed some deficiencies in the police department as well, and that led to some follow-up reforms too. So it was fascinating, to watch, especially as I was getting my career going.
And there were so many angles to this. It was not long after Rodney King. OJ Simpson is black, but he's also a superstar, and there was a lot of controversy throughout this trial. Yeah,
they injected race into the trial, and I remember they were trying to make a pariah of Mark. Oh God, I forget his name. The police officer. But yeah, it was a fascinating thing to watch. It was kind of like trial reality television, but it was captivating. I mean, people would get up in the morning, they would watch this all day long. People would take days off of work depending on certain testimony, because we had a preview of the next day's testimony and the witnesses, and people were mesmerized. And when the verdict came out, it was just jaw dropping.
Tre, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Tre Lovell is entertainment and corporate attorney for the Lovell Firm.